Afternoon. What's going on? Good day? Great day? Jody, that's a lot of gin.
It's Friday, Rick.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I forgot. I mean, you might as well just use the bottle. All righty. So, just a couple of quick things today. Why don't we start ourselves off as people are joining us with a little fun. Where's my little fun? Oh, there's my emails. There we go. There's my fun. This is called Tinder Nightmares.
If you're a grown-up and you're looking for something to play with, maybe you've heard of Tinder? Yes? It's an app for your phone, and it lets you find that special someone by swiping right if you like the picture and swiping left if you don't. People say romance is dead. Now there's a new Instagram account called Tinder Nightmares. Have you heard about this? It's really hilarious. People post conversations from Tinder that didn't go so well, and I found a few that I wanted to read to you. Here's the first one. On a scale from 1 to America, how free are you tonight? North Korea. There's another one. So are we married now? Is that how this works? Yeah, me and you and my roommate, Lindsay, who you sent the exact same message to. Ha ha ha, that's the first time this happened. The next one is, I like you. Well, that's good, because I like you. Now I hate you. Just preparing you for the next 12 months of our relationship. This is my favorite. I'm from Phoenix. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. What town are you from? Born and raised in South Detroit. Nice. What brought you to Chicago? Took the midnight train going anywhere. You want to see more Tinder Nightmares? Go to Instagram.
All righty. Nothing like the journey version of dating, right? All right. We have some shift winners today.
Hello there. Yes, we do. We have Debbie Ramnith and Dawn Grabover. Come get your, and like I said the other day, whatever day that was, if you already have one, feel free to let us know about a co-broke agent that you would like it given to, and we will call that person and say that you thought of them and you wanted them to have this book, and we will get it to them.
That's a perfect way to grow a downline, isn't it? I love it. I love it. All righty, so it is Friday afternoon, which I do believe means that we have Tammy with her Friday update. Do we not have Tammy with her Friday update? Okay, so we will instead move to just a quick announcement. So you guys kind of get this first. Do make sure that you do not hold me to anything that I'm about to say. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pause the recording.
So today I want to talk to you guys about mortgage insurance. So there are 3 ways you can pay for mortgage insurance. You can pay for it monthly, which is the traditional way. You can finance it into the loan amount, which is a little creative, or you can take a higher interest rate and eliminate it altogether. The advantage to eliminating altogether is that mortgage insurance is not tax deductible. Mortgage interest is tax deductible. So if you have clients who want to eliminate mortgage insurance, have them call me. Happy Friday.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that, Tammy. We appreciate you. Now I will go back to pause. All right. So the recording is back on. For those of you who were watching it after the fact, we didn't say anything important, and it wasn't about you. Nobody tell. All right, so I did want to end the week because we did have a money week, and we talked a bunch about money this week, and we talked a bunch about money on on some of the masterminds that we had this week. I was so appreciative of those of you who joined us for the Capper Mastermind earlier, because that I thought had a lot of great conversation and back and forth and help of one another, which is what those sessions are designed for. And so I asked you on Monday or on Tuesday to spend some time, if you hadn't already, really kind of charting out what those expenses were, and how you've done both business and personal. Anybody want to unmute and share what they've been able to accomplish? I know for those of you who just got off the pivot call, they did the same thing on the pivot call. I didn't realize I was being a copycat, but go ahead, Bogdan.
Yeah, I found over $60 per month. So that takes me to close to $800 a year, which is
excellent.
Which is a plane to Romania. So I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, $60 a month, annualized. That's the trick to all of this. Annualize everything. If you find $5 a month, annualize it. If you find $100 a month, annualize it. Because when you start annualizing those kinds of savings, I guarantee you it's a down payment for an investment property. If you work hard enough, you right now spend the down payment for an investment property on things that you don't necessarily have to spend on. I shouldn't say all, many, right? Many. What else? Who else found stuff? What by the way, Bogdan, what was that? What'd you cut?
It was a little stuff, Pandora, some identity theft that you can get for free now between myself and my wife. Those small things, but adds up.
Yeah, absolutely. So do that deep dive on the credit cards and see what you have recharging every single month that you don't need. Who else? Go ahead, JD.
So my husband and I, we like to treat ourselves to food. That's our hobby. We eat out a lot. So when I added up everything for April, it came to $660 per month.
Wow.
So I already told him we're going to stop that, and we're going to, even when we go out, I'm going to have food that we can take with us, because that's a lot of nothing, you know.
Spectacular. You know, and even if you make that, you know what, we're going to carve out like $150 a month to treat ourselves to eating out. You're still saving almost $500 a month, which is $6,000 a year, right? $6,000 a year in eating out, right? And so it's fascinating when you start to look at that. And now that we haven't been able to go out to eat, right, that starts showing up in your bank account a little bit more. Anybody else have credit cards that are way lower in the last month or two than they normally are? Like it's crazy. I think I told you guys a couple of weeks ago that the Market Center credit card that we run both Market Centers off of is typically anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 a month. Higher on months that we're pushing Bold or pushing family reunion registrations to it, but anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 a month. Last month, right, and Lisa and Deb are like woo on this announcement. Last month the credit card bill was $8,000. And this month, the credit card bill was $6,000, which prompted a lot of us on our leadership call to say, what on earth are we spending all that money on? Like, I mean, it was kind of shocking. And so now we have this plan in place where as we start to roll out and reopen, we're going to question every single thing that card gets put down for, so that we don't have that creep all the way back up to $20,000 or $30,000 a month. Right? That's crazy difference. Dan says we cut Steve's card off. But bumps. What else? Who else wants to share? What else are you getting rid of?
You know, I was itching to go, Rick.
Yeah, go for
Okay,
it.
ready? So $932.
Woo!
Okay, so I don't have a car payment anymore. I just returned my lease on Wednesday. I was fortunate enough, we were given a car. So that's $414 out. My car insurance went from $11.96 to $5.95. So I'm saving $50 a month there. I got rid of my gardener after 28 years and we bought a lawn mower. So Rick is now mowing the lawn. That is saving me $1,700 a year, $141 a month. I called Cablevision. I got $60 off of my bill, and I don't even have HBO. My gas went down from $80 a month to $60 a month because I don't really do a lot of driving. Here's something interesting. I go to a chiropractor every month. I've been doing that for years. I haven't gone for 3 months clearly. So I'm cutting that back to every other month. I'm saving $60 there. Same thing with my copay. Something happened with my insurance. I'm saving $25 a month there. My phone bill, I just called Verizon today. I got $21 off my bill. I slashed my entertainment budget for my week, so I'm saving $87 there. I slashed my vacation budget because I clearly am not taking a vacation this year, this first 6 months. So I saved $84. So that total is $932. I have a call into, because I have private garbage pickup. I'm waiting to hear back, but I think I can save another $17 when I switch. So the crazy thing is, and it's like, these are tiny little things, but I was like, why am I spending $52 a month for garbage pickup when I could be spending $34.95 a month? So $932, I was a little happy. Although I'm bummed I didn't get to the 1,000.
You know what? Give yourself the weekend. Something will pop up.
Yeah. That's
spectacular, right? And so I think what I really want you to hear about with what Jeannie just said is that $900 or more per month doesn't show up by saying, oh, I think I'll just not pay the mortgage, right? It's not the big stuff. The big stuff typically hangs out. It's all the small stuff added together. And if I've heard this once, I've heard it 100 times in the last couple of weeks. Call every vendor you have. Call them and start with the script that says, hey, it's Jeannie Kassendorf. You know, with everything that's going on, our income is actually smaller than it used to be. And so we're looking for places to cut. And I think I might have to get rid of you. Can we talk about how much I spend with you every month? Tell them, start right off the bat by saying, I think you're next on the list, unless we can talk. Because your phone, your cable, then your garbage, all those kinds of things, boy, they will renegotiate rather than lose you as a client like that. So for those of you who are looking for more opportunities, just make those phone calls. Carve out an hour on Monday or do it tomorrow morning, and just carve out that hour and make those phone calls. Start out with, I think you're next on the list that I have to cut. Right? You'll be surprised how they can find you a new program. No, we have a special new program just for people named Jeannie Kassendorf. Because then when Alice calls, it'll be a brand new program just for people named Alice Farina, right?
I'm calling.
Don't be surprised at what you can do. See that? Yeah.
And I saved money on my car insurance too, because I told my agent I wasn't driving that much anymore.
Absolutely.
Very happy to reduce my premium.
See that? There's another phone call, right? Call all these people. Go down your list of bills and make a phone call to every single one of them, regardless of whether you think there's an opportunity there or not. I think you'd be really surprised. And remember, every penny that you can actually put into your bank account, Gary's been telling us for the last couple of weeks that those pennies that turn into dollars and those dollars that we're saving today, based on what goes on in the economy, that dollar you save today could be worth 10 in terms of buying power a year from now, right? So imagine if Jeannie took her $932 and each of those dollars is worth 10 a year from now, just based on what goes on in the world. Now she's talking about $9,000 in terms of power that she's saving each month. Annualize that sucker, right? Anybody else?
Hey, Rick.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I have a question with regards to your investor seminar, and you can answer whenever you want to answer it. I didn't mean to interrupt this conversation, But I have lots of clients who are looking to see if they can listen to a replay of your investor seminar.
Yeah, I saw that in the chat. I'll answer that in a second. Anybody else want to dive in with expenses that you've cut?
Rick, it's Donna.
Hi.
Hey, so I cut $750, and like, yeah, I know, and like Jeannie, the gentleman who shares my home with me will be cutting the grass. I also bought a brand new lawnmower. It's very exciting for me. So that was great. But here's the other thing, just to speak about the cable thing. I had already decided that I was going to switch over, and I do like a live streaming service. So when I called them, I was truly calling to cancel. I wasn't trying, when I called cables, just to cancel. And 25 minutes later, I finally got off the phone with them, and I simply kept saying, hi, I'm just calling to cancel my service. And they would say, okay, so what can we do? And they're throwing stuff at me and then say, okay, let me put you on hold for a minute. And they'd come back with yet another thing and another thing. I couldn't believe it. At this point, I'm starting to feel like kind of stupid that I've been paying this. I mean, they probably want to pay me to keep the service. I did turn it off because that was my intention. But I did do what a lot of people were saying. I got out all of my credit card bills, my bank statements, and just went through, and I found stuff that I had a wine club thing where it allowed me to get wines at a discount and so many bottles per year and blah, 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 blah. But it was like $22 a month. So I got rid of that. I got rid of, and other people were saying things like, you know, even it's something that you love, like my YouTube music, I did just get rid of that, because eventually when I want to, I'll re-sign up for it. You know, it isn't like you have to be gone with it forever. But I found all kinds of little things that were just a few, like around that. It's that magical $19.99 per month number that, yeah, I haven't used in forever and can easily live without. So between the cable and getting rid of the gardener and all the little bitty things, it came up to about $750.
Well, so you didn't really get rid of the gardener. You just hired a different one who's far cheaper.
Exactly. But here's the thing, for what I would, so the brand new state-of-the-art battery powered bells and whistles lawnmower and weed whacker cost me to purchase less than what I would have paid for the mowing season. And then of course I'll have it next year and the year after that and the year after that. So I was like, I'm in, this is great.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
And,
I love it.
And oh, by the way, Neil gets exercise. I think that's awesome. Neil will walk
Yes,
his
Debbie,
little
that too.
You know what? I have to add something. One of the things that is in my head is, and I'm hearing people talk about this, going back to things that are free. We can pay for some things, music, or we can get music for free. So I've been looking at anything that has those two choices. And I'm not, like somebody said, I don't know, maybe it was James Shaw, not Siri, but the thing on the car radio.
Sirius XM.
Sirius, right, Sirius.
Right.
You can live without that. I mean, there are things that you can do things for free, the same things for free, virtually, and save a lot of money. And I have to say this, when those credit card bills come in and it's $100, not $1,000, or $3,000 and not $10,000.
Yeah,
wow,
it's great.
That's freedom.
It's great. Great.
Beautiful.
It is freedom. It's freedom.
Beautiful.
Exactly.
I just
Tanner,
wanted
what
to
do
say
you got
that if you guys have kids in college, sometimes you can also use their student discounts.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Honestly, I have Spotify and I listen to a lot of music, so I can't let that bad boy go. But I do have someone in my family who's in college, and she's like, can I borrow your Spotify? So I said, can I borrow your college ID? And she's like, yeah. And so I pay $5 a month with Hulu and a whole bunch of other stuff for Spotify. So if you can get rid of something, maybe your college student kids can hook you up with their discounts.
Love it. And let's just be clear on what Carlos just said. You can get rid of almost anything. You may choose not to, but you can get rid of almost anything, right? And so, and that's the power of being an adult, right? You get to make the choices, not have the choices make you. So just make really good choices. And if you choose to keep something, hold your head up high and choose to keep it. You're an adult. Just make sure you make the money to pay for it. Go ahead, Tama.
It seems little, but if you know me, I like books, and I also am in my car a lot, like a lot of you. So I do Audible, and Audible is $15 a month. Not a lot of money, but I'm also always buying the second or third book. You can go to your own library and get a pass and download books from your library for nothing.
Awesome.
And also, you guys will be happy. You and Debbie know me well. I have this much on credit cards right now. 0.
Woo!
I'm debt free. Well,
That's
besides
the way
my
to do it.
car. Besides my car.
But how good
Come
does
on,
that
you can
feel,
also-
Tama? Doesn't
Feels
it feel
great.
like,
It feels great. When
Feels
you
great.
don't make money, it feels great. No, only kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
now
also
I have a
share
good May.
your,
I have a good May. I have a
Android.
good May.
So here's something else. So I did keep my Audible because I love, that is my guilty pleasure. I love it. But here's what I found out. So we talked about the student discount. Well, there's also AARP discounts.
Mm.
And AARP gives you a discount on Audible that I didn't know about until starting to search this. And so, yeah, I signed up for that too.
Donna, what's that discount?
Can I add something about Audible?
It might be $5. I'll tell you. I don't remember off the top of my head. I just did
Still
it like 3
$5.
days ago.
It's great, yeah.
Yeah.
What else, Bogdan?
Yes, but this, don't tell anyone, and you should probably cut off recording.
Uh-oh, okay, hold on. I'm just gonna say this right now because on my screen, Bogdan is right over Silva, and Bogdan's Romanian and Silva's Bulgarian, and that's exactly how their countries are in real life.
Yeah, that's funny.
So
that's a
sorry.
geography nerd. That is a geography nerd, guys.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
can't help
over-
but be distracted by my geography.
I'm over to the left of you guys who are in Ridgefield. It works.
There you have it. So don't forget about a lot of those opportunities with discounts, because whether it's senior discounts or college discounts, a whole lot of stuff out there available to you. Anybody else want to share one last thing before we wrap up for the day, because we are out of time?
Yes, I would love to share one more thing. If you want to cut your cord and you need help, I can help you get a free TV station through Fire Sticks. It's an app called Modbro, and you probably have 100 and so TV stations. It's not the greatest, it's not like cable TV where you get, the streaming is sometimes it cuts off, but it's better than paying $160 for Optimum.
All right, so check in with Bogdan if that's something that's on your list. Go ahead, Jen.
One more thing, Rick. So I got rid of my leased car, and when I did that, it saved me on my insurance, my car payment, my gas, because it took a lot to fill that. And there was one more thing, but that brought me to $800 a month that I'm saving. And I bought a small Subaru that I paid cash for. It's less gas, way less insurance, and I'm just so happy.
That's awesome. Good for you. That's a great decision. Great decision. I'm gonna end with this one because this one drives me berserk. Don't pay bank or credit card fees. If you bank at a bank that charges you fees, find a different bank. Go someplace else. Pretend if you think you don't have enough money to start being demanding anyway, and see how they don't want to see you walk out the door, right? Start having conversations. If you're paying minimum balance fees, or you're paying too many checks a month fees, or you're paying, God forbid, bounce check fees. Don't bounce checks. That's the way to solve that problem, right? But don't pay fees. You do have more power than you think. Banks make $30 billion a year in fees off of each of us. So don't pay them anymore, right? Don't pay credit card fees. If your credit card wants to charge you for something, now if you're not paying in full every month, you may have to pay some interest, but don't pay any other fees that your credit card asks you to pay, including annual fees. Call them and tell them you just simply won't pay that. And if they want to let you go, then be willing to walk away. I will tell you that I don't pay one fee for myself personally or any of our companies in our banks, or because when they want to charge us a fee, I just say, okay, great, we're going to go to a different bank, and suddenly that fee goes away, right? So in wiring fees for your commissions in the last 2 months, that would have been almost $800 in wiring fees. So just to show you how, when things go sideways a little bit, that really could have added up, right? So that's just my thought for the night. Here's what I want to leave you with, because it is time to be done on a Friday night. I heard something in the chat box on the pivot call. I'm going to tell you what, for those of you who are on that pivot call, sometimes the really cool stuff is in that chat box. I'm listening to the instructors and I'm reading as fast as I can in that chat box, because there are really smart people sharing really cool stuff in that chat box. And I saw someone type in the following: if you can earn $5 at something, you can earn $5,000 at something. If you can earn $5,000 at something, you can earn $500,000 at something. And if you can earn $500,000 at something, you can earn $5 million at something. The difference is systems and scale. And I would add one thing to that. The difference is systems, scale, and mindset. I would just add that to the end of that. I'm going to tell you what, I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight, because that smacked me upside my head and thought, holy crap, that is so true. Whatever each of us is earning right now, with simple systems, scale, and mindset, you can multiply that by whatever it is you choose to multiply it by. Unlimited thinking brings unlimited results, and I needed to hear that today. So that was just that phrase in that chat box today was worth my $99 for the whole session. So I thought I would share it with you, because I think it's something that we can really torture ourselves with over the weekend. Guys, that's all we have for you tonight. Have a spectacular weekend. The answer to Silver's question is yes, we recorded the investor seminar. If you need the link, just email me, because it's not for everybody. I will email it to you separately. Just let me know you need it. Have a great weekend. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning for 9 a.m. Take care. Have a great weekend.